Good morning. Good morning. Java Delight will uplift you. Stay tuned. The show is about to begin. Grab your coffee. Stay tuned. This show is about to begin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Croucher, CEO of Delight Cafe. I am here with the one, the only. Her name starts with an I, ends with an E. She has all the vowels that you need to make happy. Her name is Ilse. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hi. I'm so good. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, doing well. How's everybody else doing? How's your day going? How's Africa? Yeah, by the way, did you see that Africa is leading the cannabis industry right now in that article I just sent?
I did.
Like
My
100.
house is open. My house is open. I've got room for everybody. Just buy an aeroplane ticket, bring food money. You're more than welcome to come smoke all you want.
I think it's funny because $7 billion, that is a big number for the cannabis industry. Oh, Elsa, my back is so tight. I did not sleep well last night. Like, my back is tight. My legs are tight. My head is thumping. Like, how do you feel right now? I feel like I'm like, I don't want to say getting sick, but it feels like I'm starting to like hurt.
I think it's your body telling you you need to slow down. Oops. Beep. That was a swear word.
I didn't mean to do that.
It just came out.
There's more room on the out than there is on the in.
Yeah, see. I think it's your body telling you that you need rest. Brandon actually did stretch. I watched him stretch.
Yeah, you told me you could see my top of my butt crack, which made me laugh.
So his butt crack.
I was stretching, and all of a sudden she goes, "I see your butt crack." I'm like, no, I woke up. I've been stretching this morning, Mama Gotti. I've been like trying to move things around. I've been trying to like, Elsa was watching me. I have a roller that you like lay on and move and roll up and down and all that. And I was using that. And let me tell you, nothing wanted to go in the right spot. It's like my whole body hurts. And I'm sitting here going, all right, Brandon, take a deep breath. You're going to be okay. And then Elsa's telling me do these yoga poses. She's like, okay, do child's pose. I see your butt crack. I'm like,
do child pose because I want to see your butt crack.
Right. Try whiskey. I love that. Try whiskey. It's because I was stressed the last few days and then moving and everything else. And then the holidays are here. I got a call yesterday from somebody saying, hey, I saw your Instagram post about not liking the holidays. and I'm like, well, it's not just me. There's a lot of people that don't like the holidays. It's not their favorite time of year. They don't want to be around family and friends and all these other things. You know, they just want to be, it's a trigger for them. So remembering that, yeah, it might not be you being able to go have fun with family and all that might not be in the cards for everybody. And hot tub yoga is the answer. That sounds like heaven.
Please. It does.
That sounds like heaven. Like Elsa watched me this morning. I was stretching. Like I usually stretch, but like just tired. It's how the day is going to go. I wanted to stay in bed. I wanted to fall back asleep, but you know what? Keep moving in the right way. Show up, smile, put the best foot forwards, and now no more complaining. If anything, you might see me stand up for the desk. But yeah, so hot tub yoga is the answer. Hot tub time machine is a movie. And
I've watched that before.
Did you just pick your nose while answering me? You full on looked like you were like a whole finger up there. You're like, I don't know. Let me think about that one. I'm like, Elsa.
I'm changing my mind. Leave me alone.
You're like, I'm changing your mind. What are you doing? Using your finger to turn your brain around? Like, oh, look at this. Like a bar.
My
That's
mind's
fun.
manual. You have to do it with a finger.
Hold on, let me shift gears. That's funny. Mandy Atterbury says, hello, y'all. Hi, sweetie. We were talking before the show, the people we haven't seen in a little bit. We haven't seen like Sharon McQueen in a little bit. We haven't seen Shauna Jones. What's the one that I said? Yeah, Minister Jane. She hasn't shown up in a while. I think they're there. They're just watching in the background. But if you are, guys, do us a favor. Say hello. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button. Help us spread positivity, and let's keep moving. I need a brisk walk. I still can't get it. My brisk walk was walking from the bedroom to the kitchen to get myself a hot tea. And I'll tell you what, that was a lot. I felt that. Like, it was like, you ever have a day like that? So,
I've had a couple of days like that.
It's right before the holiday. I know that. It's moving this weekend. It's no rest for the weary, blah, blah, blah. It's just keep moving in the right direction. What did you think of yesterday's guest?
I am in love with that woman. We had such a nice chat afterwards with the sexual trauma and all that. So anybody who needs to heal that, please reach out to her. She's amazing. I'm going to post her poem. She wrote a poem, a very, very beautiful poem after being raped herself. So it's a mind-blowing poem. And I really want to share it with our viewers, because I think it says exactly how you feel after being violated like that. So it was an amazing show.
She even went as far as she didn't just post it on her social media and her Instagram and Facebook and that. She actually went as far as she joined our Discord channel. One of our mods throw the Discord link up there so that way anybody who wants to join Discord, because Mandy Atterbury is asking me, what do you want me to do for the show tomorrow, Brandon? So, Mandy, you're supposed to pick the song, and then we're going to sing it. You're going to be karaokeing for us. You're going to be like, oh, baby, I love to sing. That's just me making up words. But, like we are going to have fun. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be entertaining. Tomorrow, we have a fun show planned, and we're going to be having just a good conversation. We're going to start the day. A lot of people are home. Thanksgiving is a holiday that some people are going to be home watching the parade. Not me. I'm never a parade fan. But if you want to, do your thing. But if you want to join us, please do. We'd love to have you at the cafe, just enjoying it, having a good time, and just laughing and sharing some goodness with us. Hey, Kev. Love you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Today, we have a whole lot of things happening because we have our regular show. We have a guest coming up in a little bit. And then this evening, we have a double whammy of shows. We have the H and Victor Tango both going to be going at once. And
so
what's cool?
Be there. I am going
no, you're
to
not.
Be there, but
no,
for
you're
some
not.
Reason, wait, let me tell you this fun story that happened to me. This morning, I woke up and I thought I'm going to just post the show on my Facebook and everything, and I've been restricted because somebody reported me for something that I
tell me
on the 3rd of June. Like, seriously, people.
Wait, you did something on the
anything.
we're gonna do Jackbox tomorrow.
Yes. Someone went on my Facebook, went down on my Facebook to the 3rd of June and reported a comment that I put there underneath a meme, and they actually banned me. I can't do anything on Facebook for the next 24 hours, and I haven't been banned in so many years, so I'm sad and upset.
Here's where my confusion comes in. What did you do that deserves a ban? Like, I have to be honest, I've never ever been banned, and I tell me I'm crazy, tell me I'm whatever. I don't know. It's just, no, I don't do anything. I don't post. I don't go political. I don't go religious.
Neither
but like,
do
if somebody, I think that it's because people know that if you say something to me and somebody doesn't like it, I don't have to say anything back. I've had multiple times in my life. Why did that do that? I want it to go on all the sites. I've had multiple times in my life where I literally am sitting there and I had a guy who I was best friends with his wife. They got married. They dated all of high school. I've known him for years. And then one day on Facebook years ago, he decided that he wanted to come at me on something. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but he was being a dick. And he was coming at me hard. And I was doing something, so I didn't get a chance to go on my computer and respond. But I came back hours later. I have a message from him saying, you didn't have to send all your goons after me and all this. And I didn't do anything. I had no idea people were doing it. He unfriended me. He blocked me, everything, because he was rude and people told him he was rude. I went back and looked at it all and I'm like, yeah, dude, like you were the idiot here. Like, don't blame my like people for standing up for me when I'm not even there to defend myself. You know, like people are weird.
I also just blocked them. Like the other day, I posted a photo of me and Alri and this guy, the South African guy. That's why we don't date them. Right underneath my photo, tell her to talk to me. I'm like, tell who to talk to you? We don't want to talk to you. How can you just write that under my... I don't even know who you are. And when I said no, he goes like, why not? I'm like, I don't have to explain myself why I don't want to talk to strangers. And I had to block him.
Sorry, Brian's comment made me laugh. I'll be your goon. I'm a good goon. But Bob has a good point here. He said, I had to block someone yesterday. I've had people tell me multiple times that when I block somebody, it's rude. You can just change the settings. You don't have to da-da-da-da-da. But here's my thing. If I have a friend or a person, an acquaintance, and they cross a line and it's not comfortable anymore, the friendship's not the same as it was, I don't want to be triggered by your BS. I don't want to have something where all of a sudden you and I are going to blows just because of something stupid on social media. I can easily unfriend you, and then I never know about it. I don't have to block you. Is there a time when it is okay to block somebody?
Yes, whenever you feel like it. If somebody's stepping over your boundaries and they can't understand that everybody has an opinion, then what's the use of having an argument with a closed-minded person? It's a waste of time.
I wish I could answer that. I can't, because the truth is, like you can't argue with a closed-minded person. It's always okay to block someone, Pantsu says. But my thing is, you can block somebody, but like later on in life, all right, if you see them and everybody is hunky-dory and you guys get along again and all that, is there a thing where you maybe are blocking someone for the wrong thing? Like all of a sudden somebody just says something, you're having a bad day, they're having a bad day, you don't even know about it, and you block them because they reported your ass for posting something back in June.
Yes, you block them, still block them.
My favorite part of this is, hold on, I have to get this out. I'm so sorry. My favorite part is I asked Ilse, does she think she knows who it was that reported her? Who do you think it was, Ilse?
My mom. I had to take my mom off my Facebook as well, because she used to report the things that if I would post a meme and she'd feel offended, she would report me. And I'm like, listen, how can you report me if you don't like what I'm saying? I'm not you, you're not me. We do things different. So that was the last time, but that was about 2 years ago. So she's still blocked. So I don't think it's her unless she's got it. No, I'm joking. My mom's not that bad, guys. She's a nice person. We just don't get along.
No, it's not even
to other people.
I just thought it was funny because you were like, I think it's my mom, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I don't think my mom even knows you can report people on Facebook, so that made it even better for me.
God, Mama Grouch, don't do that. It's not.
My mom doesn't watch the show. My mom has hit a point in her retirement. It's kind of fun to see. My mom watches all these like old 1920s, 1930s black and white movies. And I swear to God, she does nothing else anymore. And my grandpa was that way. My grandpa, like when he retired, he had a chair and he would sit there, clean his guns, and watch old old war movies. And I'm like, what? Like I couldn't believe it. Now my mom watches all these like old love movies with like Frank Sinatra and all that. And I have to be honest, they're cute. Some of them are like you could see where movies are made from today. So it's adorable. Mama Gotti's like, Brandon, you need whiskey. Mama Gotti, I do. Can you see it? Like, I feel like you can see the sinus stuff in my eyes. Do you know what I mean?
I need alcohol.
Like, oh, like just bleh. So who is the most recent person you blocked and why? And I'm going to grab my hot tea while you tell me this.
Okay, so the most recent person was that crazy dude that answered under my photo. I haven't blocked anybody. I've been good because I don't go out and post a lot on Facebook or that. I used to, but I don't anymore. So I don't get reported or don't get into conversations. Don't get into conversations with strangers so that I need to have to
Really?
fight for my opinion. No, I do other things. I'm not on my phone.
You don't actually. Oh my God. I have more strangers talk to me on social media. Like dead serious.
They want to talk to me. I don't talk back. I talk to the people I know. I won't just talk to strangers. It takes a long time to build a relationship with me where we'll have a conversation over WhatsApp or anything. Otherwise, if they message me, I'll go like, I don't even know you. I've known you like 2 years or a year, and I've spoken to you twice, and now you want me to jump and send you a message? No,
I mean, are they asking for nudes?
No, most of them ask if I'm single, which I don't even answer because it's got nothing to do with you if I'm single. If I wanted to date you, I would.
I agree. I agree. It's not up to them on who you are, on if you want to answer that or not. My favorite thing right now this morning is Bob blocked Britt. Why? Because Britt said no to going on a date with him. So Bob now blocked Britt. Pansu says, I got some Malibu for tomorrow. What are you excited about for tomorrow? I want to ask that. Like tomorrow, even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, we're going to have fun time. We're going to have movies. This community is going to rock tomorrow. And our guest Melanie yesterday, she came out of nowhere and was super excited, like coming in tomorrow. She's going to be here tomorrow. If I end up marrying her, just know she's one of my many wives. I have Ilse in the back. I have Betsy here in Ohio. That keeps my American card. She's in Dubai. Melanie's in Dubai. So like I'm trying to like make sure I get my United citizenship all over. But
do you really want that much shit?
I mean, they can go date other people and be with other people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like I just marry me so we have the citizenship. Could you imagine walking into any place in the world and you have citizenship?
My dream.
Yeah. I just want to walk around. I want to watch. Oh, have you seen that movie, Nomads? I watched it on the plane recently.
I have not.
Powerful. And it's about, so it's an American-made movie. It's completely all about the nomads and how these people have lost their jobs. They have lost their careers. They've lost their families. They have nothing. And they're living out of their cars. And then they go from location to location just helping each other out and surviving, finding small jobs and stuff like that. I'll be honest, I'm on an airplane sitting next to people going, oh my God. The guy next to me goes, hey, can you quiet down? Can I hide when I cry? Yeah.
Yes, can you? I can't. I've got that crying face. I look horrible. Everybody can see that I'm sad.
I'm an ugly crier. I am an ugly crier. Ugly crier. Like, that's true. That's so true. But I wanted to know about like tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving Day, and I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna go to my parents' house for like the dinner and all that. But I'm gonna be here with you guys. I'm gonna have so my drink is I'm gonna have effing cucumber vodka. So I will be drinking with you guys tomorrow. What is your drink? What is your thing? What is your thing you're excited about? I'm excited for sweet potato yams. I'm excited for, my mom makes pretzel jello. Do you know what pretzel jello is?
I don't.
Oh. So
okay, you have to show me.
Okay, so pretzel jello is the bottom is all pretzel, and then it's like whipped cream and then jello on top. So what happens is the jello with strawberries and fruit on top all gets cold and it freezes, but you have to pour it really slow. So that way when you're eating it, you have the crunch of the pretzel and the salty of the pretzel with the sweet of the jello and the fruit and oh my God. Like Ilse, like 1,000,000% delicious. My family's made the joke. Like, so usually my aunt makes it and they're like big like that, like a huge tray, a big tray full of it. They make two of them, one for me and one for everybody else to share. Mama Gotti says whiskey.
Mama Gotti, we've got you whiskey. Whenever we go on anything for delight, we're going to buy Mama Gotti some whiskey.
Yeah, I love it. It's not a holiday in Canada, but isn't Friday Boxing Day?
Is it Black Friday?
So it's Black Friday in the U.S., but in Canada they have a holiday called Boxing Day. And if I could be wrong on this, I want you to know I'm learning, and I want to learn about everybody's culture and all that because that's why we're here. Brian says he's driving 800 miles tomorrow, while Jeannie says she's going to send me nudes. I mean, Jeannie said nudes. Mine are a whole ass marriage proposal. I love that. Like, I have to laugh at that because I had that recently. Yesterday, I had a girl like messaging me, and I thought she was a bot. So I had a lot of fun picking on her. And then I realized she's actually a human. Like, if this is a bot, she's answering questions that a bot wouldn't answer. So I'm laughing and having fun, and she's like, you're actually funny. And I'm like, okay. She goes, I don't like talking to strangers on social media, but like, you're cute and da-da-da-da-da. I go, are you going to send me your link to like your OnlyFans now? And she goes, no, that's wrong. Why would I have one of those? And I'm like,
oops.
And I wasn't even trying to talk with her. It cracked me up because I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, why are you messaging me like this? Like, I don't know you. I don't know where you're from. I don't feel your full commitment to the idea of marriage. Happy wife, happy life. Big job, buddy. More than one, even just one. So I love where you're at on that, Mama Gotti. Happy wife, happy life, right? But happy house, happy spouse.
I also heard that one. I like that one.
And she's also, I get where Mama Gotti's going. She's like, hey, Brandon, let me help you with this. You could do all you want and marry all the women all over the world, but you should respect marriage and only be marrying one person at a time, not every single woman around the world.
It's marriage, divorce, not marriage, divorce. So you have to do one and then end. You can't just marry all of them and then divorce them at the same time.
But it'd be a lot more affordable. It's like buying in bulk.
Do I get a price? Cheap price for this?
When you call the lawyer for the divorce paperwork. When you call the lawyer. Yeah, like, hey, so I have to get divorced from 9 women right now. Do you think you could help me out? Maybe give me that discount thing. Too funny.
Save some money.
I love it. So, Ilse, you have a game for us.
I do. Because the music trivia show was so good the other day, I thought we can just carry on with that.
You crazy squirrel. I love that. Mama Gotti makes me so happy. She makes me laugh. Group rates, I agree. See, imagine a group rate for marriage too. Like I'd even be reverse Mormon. Okay. So if like these wives are married to other people, like let's use Melanie from yesterday. Melanie, if you're watching, hi. So,
hi, Dubai wife.
Hi, my Dubai wife. But like, if she has somebody, go be with him, and I'm going to be here. But we get to split our citizenship, and that's the thing is, I've never been to Dubai. How much fun would it be to go to Dubai? And then imagine if she wants to marry the other guy. Go marry him. That means he has to keep you happy 365 days a year, and I only get you 1 day a year on leap day.
And it's like for a fast breakfast. Bye.
Right? And I think taxes would be better too if I have that many wives. Like, isn't that like you get better taxes when you like tax breaks when you're married? So could you imagine?
Mama Gotti is asking, isn't that polyamorous? Is it? Is it polygamy? Is that what they call it? Where the guys have about 20 wives?
Polygamy, yeah. But the thing is, hold on. I want to clarify that. It's not just a guy marrying 20 girls. It's like he'll marry one. And then to keep their marriage going, if he meets somebody else, him and his first wife have to agree to this other wife. And then she gets her own house, and he goes and spends nights in each house. And they have to get used to it.
Sounds like a bargain to me.
Right? I'm like, they actually have
it's like, just go to the other house, please. I don't have time for you today.
Yes, polygamy B. Thank you, Jeannie. See, Jeannie's here. She's helping me out. Between her and Mama Gotti, I'm going to become the best polygamist ever. I'm going to be the feminist polygamist. That's a good one.
Give me your name. Give me your name.
Dubai is the only place I've ever ice skated. I have to be honest, that's kind of a unique thing. Like, I didn't know what was going to come with that. Okay, hey, curious. Is everyone watching this on Facebook or YouTube or some other way? I have it playing on YouTube in the background, but I go on Facebook before the show and I give it a like and all that. So that way everybody's able to click it and see that there are other likes. And then I go to Facebook or YouTube and I like it. After the show, I do upload every episode. So if you ever miss an episode, you can actually go to Spotify. You could go to Google Music. You can go to Apple Music. You can go to any. Sorry.
Oh, I'm reading. I'm reading Panda's comments. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I thought I was going to get sick to my stomach, and I didn't want to do that live on air. I told you I'm not feeling 100%. Like, I had to hold my breath there for a second. Polygamy is when you have sex with multiple people, not a relationship or marriage. What's the one is it Mormon?
Isn't that just a normal relationship in today's time?
Oh, my God.
That's a normal relationship.
Exactly.
People do that.
I haven't figured out how to get from here to YouTube. All right, so here, ready? Watch this, guys. The problem with polygamy, if you have 7 wives and each has 5 kids, yeah. With relationships, the dude, relationship with multiple people are polyamory. I didn't know that. Polyamory, polygamy is marriages. That dude poisoned me. Oh, buddy, if you aren't well, we would understand if you need to lay down. I love you, Mama Gotti. I'm here because I love you guys. And truth be told, I know we're going to be fine. I'm going to get there. If I have to lie down, I will. I really will. I promise. I don't want to complain about it. I want to put it in a positive way. But so now that I am the first ever feminist polygamist, I just want to point out that it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody, and we're all going to get to see all my wives. But the thing is, which wife do I marry first? Do I go to Mexico and marry one of Fernando's cousins? Do I go
Why don't you just marry Fernando?
Oh, Box Day is December 26th. I saw that.
I saw that, Kev. Boxing Day in South Africa then, because right after Christmas, we've got on the 26th, they've got Boxing Day.
What is Boxing Day?
I think it's where you go give all the shit gifts back what the people bought for you. It's like you go and return all the shit they bought, and they call it Boxing Day. It's like, just take that crap back. That's
funny. That's funny. So here's what I did, guys. Why are we only marrying women? That's true. Look, you know what, Fernando, the minute you show up today, you will be my first male marriage. I don't promise we're going to consummate it, but please know I will marry you. I love you. Great day. CK Ford is here. Happy Wednesday to you, Ilse and Brandon. Ilse, because he is coming here. She's right. And why are we only marrying women is because
I'm sorry.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Move on.
I didn't mean to offend anyone. I'm sorry about that. But no, it's a fun thing because it's just silly. Like, I'm not really marrying. Like he might want you to promise you won't. That's true. I don't know. Fernando might be the best kisser I've ever kissed, but I won't know that because we both have a beard, and I was married once to a woman with a beard. It's not fun.
I have nothing. Do you guys want to do a music quiz? Let's just get Brandon out of this one.
Go ahead. Let's start the music quiz.
Who released the song called Lips of an Angel? Let's see who can get that one.
Isn't that Aerosmith?
No. Same genre, kind of thing.
Yeah. Lips of an Angel. Okay.
Yes.
I love you guys. Lips of an Angel. Lips of an Angel. Lips of an Angel.
Brandon's mom. Pansy has not. Brandon's mom.
I got nothing. My mom. Mom.
My mom.
Being in a bromance with Bullwinkle relieves that marriage stress. Yeah, and Bullwinkle doesn't talk back. All he wants is you to fill him up.
You know how sad I am today? So, you get your Facebook memories. So 3 years ago, I went to the toy run. So 4 years ago, I went to the toy. 3 years ago, I went to the toy run, which is a annual bike rally that they've got just before December, where they take toys and everything, and everybody comes and they give it to the underprivileged children. So the first year I went, I said the next year I'm going to go with my bike. So the next year I bought my bike, my purple bike, went to the toy run, and today I can't even share my memories of my bike because I'm restricted on Facebook. I had a purple
You can
bike.
share them tomorrow, can't you?
No, they take them away. You can't share that. You have to share them on that day. So I can't even share them. Because I had a purple bike, a Triumph triple.
I feel like I'm confused. You had a purple bike. I don't know. My favorite is Hinder. Is this a new dating app? It's like Tinder and Grindr combined.
No, that's the answer to our question. Nice, Mama Gotti. It was Hinder.
Oh, I didn't get that. That was my fault. Hinder, Lips of an Angel. Boxing Day originally started in England. It is the day rich people give their staff a small token in a box. Really? I did not know that. I did not know that. That sounds kind of condescending in my eyes. Oh, well, let me just give you a.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, just keep you a.
Like, it's not me being mean. It just seems rude. Like, I'd rather get you something because I like you, but whatever. So for Miss Jeannie, here is the link you would tap just to be able to go to the YouTube page, and you could subscribe and follow us. By the way, guys, we are at 395. We are 5 away from being at 400. If we get 400, we get to dye Brett's beard tomorrow on air pink. So please help us. Oh, you're going to do the zebra? Purple and pink?
You have to do zebra.
So guys, help us. Like Miss Jeannie, go click that link, share it to your friends. Guys, this is where, Brandon, can you play that last video I sent you for everyone? I will get ready for it and look at it. Ilse is going to go into the next question.
The next question. Michael Jackson starred in what 1991 Sega game?
That's tough. 1991 Sega game. Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, but Panda knows his games.
Panda's a gamer. He's going to know this.
Grand Theft Auto. That's a good answer.
What was the answer?
The answer is Moonwalker.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm trying to find.
Oh, didn't you see that? I'm so sorry. I thought you see it. Yeah, saw it, not see it. My English is low class today again.
No, you're fine.
Okay,
all right, you ready?
Get another one. Yes.
Give me another one. Here we go. Whoop, whoop.
Which U.S. state does Stone Sour come from?
Stone Sour?
Yes.
I don't even know what a Stone Sour is.
Stone Sour is a band.
Oh, then I'm not going to have anything on this one. I didn't even know they were a band. What kind of band are they? Like heavy metal, rock, porn?
I think more like a grungy punk kind of thing, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. Anybody can help me out. But I think Stone Sour is that kind of music, like rock. Not heavy
I did not
metal.
know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The answer.
Is that the answer?
No, Minnesota's wrong.
I don't even know it then. I have no clue.
I hardly know it. Panda's rhyming.
All right, you ready? So Miss Jeannie takes care of dogs, and she loves dogs, and she has been using Delight to be able to help the dogs calm down. This poor dog saw a cat for the first time ever and watched his he had a huge reaction. He freaked out for 30 minutes, she said. Oh, there's no sound. Sorry. Look at his pretty face, doggo. I love doggo. That thing over there.
Cute.
That thing over there scared the hell out of me. It's smaller than me. It's furry. It meant meow instead of woof. Woof. See?
Oh, shame. He's so traumatized.
He is. You can see the poor dog. He's scared of cats. It's a doggo. Can you hear him? I hear him breathing. That poor dog sounds like he is just he's shocked. Stone shower. I hardly know her. That's funny. The house staff also get to share the leftovers. What? That sounds so condescending. I did not know that.
I was actually telling we picked TJ up from the airport, so we're driving. So this is now the first time. This is now the first time he's driving in South Africa, so it's on the wrong side of the road, and we get into the wrong side of the car as well. So everything for us happens. We drive on the left side of the road, but our steering wheels are on the right side of our cars, where your passenger sides are. So that is wow. So we're driving, and he goes like, "This is so weird to see this," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes like, "Oh, you've got balls in South Africa?" I'm like, "Yes."
Oh my God, that was my favorite. He asked to go to a Walmart, and then you were like, "Well, here, let's just go to the local grocery store." And he's like, "You have those?" I laughed so hard when you told me that.
He goes like, "But you really don't have a lion?" I'm like, "No, TJ, I don't have a lion. I don't have a lion."
You don't have a lion? You don't have a lion? Well, this is no. I'm done. Goodbye.
I've got shot. Hello, my name's Ilse. I'm alcoholic.
I'm glad we're finally having this conversation, Ilse. Please know. I've been waiting to have this intervention.
Whiskey.
Oh wait, I did the wrong eye. That's it. So Ilse, next question. Go. I'm ready. I'm gonna get this one. Make it one that a band I know.
Okay, so we're gonna choose one with a band you know. Let's go. And who's the lead singer of Smash Mouth?
Fred Durst.
See if you're right. Okay, apparently, no.
Fred Durst is. Is it
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. I think that's funny. That song became so popular. And no, Brian, nope. That's all he said. I could see him saying it like that too.
Nope.
Oh my, nope. So all right, lead singer of Smash Mouth is he looks like Guy Fieri.
Is that the guy Fury? Is that the
Fury?
The guy
He's the chef.
The Roadhouse. He did Minute to Win It.
Yes, and he has the blonde hair.
Okay, looks like one of my ex-boyfriends. Bad idea.
Yeah, don't do that. Lead singers have an alcohol problem. Smash Mouth, they broke up. That sucks. I didn't know they broke up. So, Elsa, who is the lead singer? Nobody answered this one. Oh my gosh.
Stephen Harwell.
I don't even know that name.
Neither do I.
I'm sorry. I wish I could answer that. I met Guy Fieri at a truck stop in Iowa. Of all places to meet somebody like that. That's a weird one. All right. So who's the biggest celebrity you've ever met? Like you could say you talked to, shook their hand, everybody. I want people to write it in the comments and everything.
Mine will be that artist that we interviewed the other day, me and Eileen, for season 2 of Stone Daisies, Francois van Coke. So he's one of the biggest artists in South Africa, and we met him. And then all the bands, I think they're famous, the bands I hang out with.
So
famous in our crowd.
Honestly, I wouldn't know them, but that's the thing is once they become famous like that, it's just different. So wait, what was the answer to the last one? Steve Harwell?
Yes, Steve Harwell.
There you go, Mandy.
Yes, Mr. J Bird.
Jeannie says it was Dr. Phil.
The person she met? Oh,
yeah,
I thought he was the lead singer.
I have heard Dr. Phil is an asshole. Jeannie, is he an asshole? I've heard
like an asshole.
I've heard he's a conceited, self-centered asshole from many people. So anytime I've had the chance to meet him, I just didn't give two shits. Pan Sue says he's never met any celebrity, while Stuart Lone Wolf goes, hey, B, I met Freddie Mercury. And I'm sitting here going, dang.
Okay, mic drop.
Yeah. I have no problem with drinking, LOL. Mama Gotti says, no. What? You've met Clint Eastwood, Bruce Willis, and arrested Jean-Claude Van Damme? He didn't beat your ass? That would be one I don't know if I'd want to arrest.
I heard that Jean-Claude Van Damme is a woman beater. I don't know how true this is, so please do not. But I heard that he beat his wife.
I have no idea. I don't want to Google that because I don't want it on my Google search history.
No.
I think that's...
I'm not a big fan of him.
Nope, he can drop out of my list of non-movies I don't watch. Jeannie says he's a douche, very self-absorbed, but his wife was nice. And that's all I ever hear about Dr. Phil. Wife nice, he's a douche. Dr. Phil seems like an asshole from what I've seen, and he's not even a real doctor. I want to make sure I state that really quickly. I met, where'd it go? Where'd he go? I met Lance Brown. He does sports. He's a sports guy.
Wow.
It's true. He did beat his wife. Brian says it's true.
The
The drummer in Nine Inch Nails, Van Damme, is a prick. Mike McKeel, drummer from Three Dog Night. That's a good band too. I like that band.
I don't know him.
That's a good band. You'd like them.
I'm gonna write it down, Uncle Bob. Thank you.
And the guy from Red Dwarf, he played the hologram. I did not know that. I met him when he did jury consulting. Oh, that's interesting. Tom Baker, Victoria Hayes, and the singer Simon Webb.
I don't know.
I actually saw Angela Bassett is going to be on a new TV show. She's a famous African American actress and all this, but what's fun about that is I met her. Go ahead.
There's a show that she played in that I think it was 911 or some.
Yes, that's exactly
yes, that's her. Yes,
they're remaking it. They're gonna do a reboot of it, and she's one of the people leading it. Yep. Nice. So here's the fun thing about that is when I saw that, I tweeted the article and I tagged her and congratulated her on the reboot. And she follows Delight Cafe's Twitter. And it was nice because I know she didn't personally like it, but I know her assistant saw it, and I've met her and her assistant a couple times, and it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. He drove me and the bartender I worked with in his limo to his house with his drug dealer and bodyguard. He was bored, and when we didn't want to have sex, and went to bed. That's funny. I almost went.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Phil. Who are we talking about? Yeah.
Mama Gotti had Dr. Phil with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was Dr. Van Damme. I almost went to the big orchestral concert once. That would have made a meet and greet with one of my favorite composers, Nobu Umastatsu. But my parents ruined that for me.
I'm
Bastards.
sorry, Panda. My parents ruined that for me, so don't worry.
Nobody could handle Dr. Phil. Could you imagine him? I picture him being a pervert too.
Yes, I also picture him being grabby and everything, and I'll just
he's a selfish lover. I picture Dr. Phil being a selfish lover.
I think he's in the same league as that Epstein. I'm not saying he is Epstein or did what Epstein does, but he looks like he's like the same kind of person that don't want to be in a room with him alone.
Epstein's a whole nother level though.
Oh yeah, I watched that scary shit. I watched that documentary. That is
without going into politics, without going into any of that stuff. I do think it's without going into politics and without going into everybody, because I don't know everything on this. I'm learning, and I really don't want to dive too hard into it right now. But that Rittenhouse guy that during the protests, he shot 3 people. And everybody's upset because he's underage and all these things, and he has an unregistered gun and things like that. I get it. Where I have my issue is everybody's up in arms about this, yet what's happening behind the scenes is what's not being talked about. So the Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell trial picked their judge that's going to be able to do that's going to do the trial. And isn't it funny? She's a judge that was on the Epstein plane and has been to the island.
Did you expect anything?
Did you even know that they were picked? Did you even know they picked a judge? Most people don't.
Because they always give you something to keep you busy. Yeah, they do the same in South Africa. They let money disappear, and then they don't know what's going on here with mayors that raped people and got elected again into mayorship and everything. So it's everywhere like that.
And that's the thing is, it goes from the president or the main leader down to the people underneath at the Congress, the Senate. Then it goes down to the cities, and it goes to mayors and all that. And now it's getting into judges and police and all that. Like, it's just not innocent until proven guilty is the last concept in America. Yeah. The drummer in Nine Inch Nails is the one that wanted to nail Mama Gotti.
Oh, I can't
had,
wait to Mama Gotti.
Now I'm with it. He's like, I want to drum on you with my 9-inch nail.
Ooh.
Oh, all right, Elsa, take me to my next one. I might be having you do the interview because I feel like I'm about to go get sick.
Ooh. Uncle Bob says innocent until proven guilty is the lost concept in America. It's like that in South Africa as well. It's all over. The justice system is a waste of time and money.
But then the question is, how do you fix that? Oh, you vote. Yeah, but it's not just voting. It's not just voting anymore. They voted on
the 1st of November here in South Africa. I don't even know who won the election because it's no use. Everybody just lied. Same thing's happening. I don't waste my time.
Yeah. Sometimes they did it. All right, next question, Elsa. Go.
Question for my music. Here we go. Let's see if we can find you one that you can get. Weezer's 2014 album, Everything Will Be Alright in the End, was produced by what former Cars lead singer? We've got a lot of music boffins on the show. I know
I'm sorry.
Brian is brilliant with music, so he's going to give us the answer.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
No, I'm gonna come back in a minute. Can you entertain everybody for a minute? That way I don't get like anything on air.
That's perfect. I will just give them some music trivia. Repeat the question, please. Okay, let me read it to you again. Weezer's 2014 album, Everything Will Be Alright in the End, was produced by what former Cars lead singer? I have no idea. I think Dr. Phil wouldn't think anyone was good enough. I also don't like Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is one of the stories one of the shows that they showed a lot. It's not Steven Spielberg, but that's a brilliant answer. I don't even know he sings. Jeannie, does he sing? Isn't he a writer and a movie producer? Do you guys want to answer? Is there anybody that knows? I hope Brandon is okay. Literally was such. He is a producer. Literally, I was such an aspect. Then I got in the limo and said, "This is gonna be fun," but I'm not really that into you. He was like, "That's fine. I don't think they care if you're into them or not." Oh, I told you Brian is brilliant with music. That is the correct answer. Well done, Brian. Let me see if I can get you guys another one. In 1998, who won the MTV Best New Artist Award for Torn? This is an easy one. That's not even a difficult one. I think everybody will get that. Arsehole. Most men are. I'm just grateful Brandon took that away, even me. I got here and see that. Shame. It's not nice feeling like that. So you guys, does anybody have the answer? You want me to read you the question again? In 1998, who won the MTV Best New Artist Award for Torn? And then you can tell me maybe what is your favorite meal or your favorite dish that you... Oh, nice one, Stuart. It's Natalie Imbruglia. What is your dish that you're looking forward to? MC Hammer was Can't Touch This. But that's not the answer, Jeannie, but a good one. Good one. What is your guys' favorite dish that you're waiting for to eat tomorrow that somebody in your family always makes? I'm just going to make pasta. We don't have any dishes. Stuffing. Is that your favorite, Jeannie? What is in stuffing? I don't know what is in stuffing that they stuff the turkey's worth. Do you stuff it with anything? Your heart desire, or do you have specific ingredients that you guys put in there? I'm going to have pizza. Pizza works. Pizza with pineapple, Panda? Who eats pizza with pineapple? I hate pizza with pineapple. I'm not a big fan of pizza. Let's quickly see if we can get you another. Who recorded in 1988? Don't worry, be happy. Ooh, everybody should know that one. Stale bread and spices. Jeannie is on a roll here today. Stale bread and spices. That's like normal dinner in South Africa. We don't have lots of money, so we take bread. When you're poor, you take bread and then you put some sugar on it and then you run it under the tap and then you eat that as dessert. I'm just lying. Dried bread and spices. Oh, is that the stuffing? Why would you put stale? What does the bread do then for the turkey? Stale bread. I think somebody must tell me what this is for, because it just does not sound Eddie money. It's not Eddie money, Jeannie. It's not, but a good guess. Mama Gotti, you've got it right. It's Natalie Imbruglia for the other. Bobby McFerrin. Let's see if you are correct. You are correct. Stuart has got the number. Stuart's just good with us. Okay, so let's. What is the name of Kylie Minogue's younger sister who is also a chart success? Ooh, who knows that one? I'm hoping to bowl you out so you don't know. I'm going to have some Weller bourbon tomorrow. Ooh. Mandy, I'm going to get Marula tomorrow. I'll tell you guys on Discord because that is a South African drink. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Mandy was talking about it. It's very, very nice. It's like a creamy liqueur made of the marula fruit. It is amazing. I'll bring some with when I come to America. Oh, tomorrow is stuffing. My dad makes the best stuffing. So what's the stuffing for? Just realized how weird stale bread in a bird's butt is. How must I have a show after you put things on like that, Jeannie? That is so funny. Guys, please tell me what the stuffing is for. Why you guys stuff the turkey, because that sounds a bit weird, putting bread. There we go. Mandy's got the right answer. It is Danny. One Hit Wonder. Yes, there's a lot of One Hit Wonders. What is a One Hit Wonder song that you know about? Mine's that Chesney Hawks. I think he's only got one song, One and Only. It's the only one I know, or not the only one of them. In which year did Michael Jackson die? That's very dark. Which year did Michael Jackson die? What are you giving us here, Jabert? What link? Does anybody want to ask us a question? You have not told me what you guys... Uncle Bob said he's gone. Brian, you are a superstar. You are a superstar. Just hang on for a second, guys. I can't talk to myself. I do this on a daily basis. So let me just copy. I'm sending it to you, Mr. Brian. You can tell us more about the Victor Tango show. Hang on for a second. You just get into Facebook. Send in the group.
I got you. I'll send it to Brian. I'm not doing well.
I can imagine.
I'm literally laying down on the floor next to the computer, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm here, but I'm not here. I'll send Brian the link.
You need to look after your body. You need to listen to your body. There's a reason you're feeling like that, so listen.
Just so you know, that's my guess too for the Michael Jackson when he passed away.
Okay, is that our guess? Do you guys...
That's my guess.
Okay. You want me to give you another 5 minutes, or do you want the answer?
I want the answer.
The answer is 2009. So it's quite a while ago. I didn't even realize that it was so long ago.
2009?
Yes. Who covered
Wow.
Elvis Presley's Suspicious Minds in 1986? Can you tell me why you guys stuff turkey with stale bread? Brandon.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get
No.
Brian the link.
I have sent it, I think.
So like I'm freezing cold. I have 3 layers on, like a shirt, a hoodie, and
We have you.
I'm ice cold, not feeling well, and I want to be here with you guys. I'm not contributing in a good way.
You look
Sucks,
after
Brandon.
Stuart
But thank
just
you
comes
guys.
out. Stuart just comes out with that's the correct answer, and I like their rendition of it as well. It's a very good song. Pilgrims made us do it. Is that why you're stuffing the turkey? Pet Shop Boys is a very, very good guess, Mandy. It's not right, but it's a very, very good guess. Let me give you another trivia. Let's find another one. Which song from Ellie Goulding's album Halcyon Days was co-written by Nate Ruess, the frontman of Fun? I don't know that one. It's a difficult one.
I don't know that one.
I also don't know that one. I had to go and check the answer. I was like, really? Our guest is also not quiet.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I faded fast here.
No, you have to look after yourself.
You wanted to know about stuffing, right?
Yes. I want to know what the why you stuff a bird with that. What does it do to the meat? Is there a reason for it?
All right, ready? Why do we stuff turkeys? The primary advantage to in-bird stuffing are that it's unbelievably moist and looks super Thanksgiving-y. But to be safe, with the raw eggs in the stuffing and the raw turkey touching it, you need to cook it on 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which means the bird's going to have to cook to an even higher temperature. So you cook it to make the bird even juicier.
Well, I hope next year somebody's going to cook me turkey for Thanksgiving, because I've never had Thanksgiving turkey.
Yeah. That's what I'm drinking, buddy, right now. I got hot tea. I got water right here. I got lemon. I got honey. It's been a very long few weeks, and I'm sure everybody understands that. And I just watched myself on air. Just like, you could see my eyes even look like they're closing.
I saw you didn't look well when we started talking to each other just before the show. You could see it. You're not feeling well.
So now Glenn is here. Would you like to read his bio? I will bring him in, and then I can help run the show in the background until Brian gets here.
That is perfect.
Glenn, take your time. I saw you just eat. Glenn, you're good. Take your time, my friend. I'm glad you're here, brother. Like, I'm not 100%, but I'm so glad you're here because you're going to bring an energy and amazingness that you always do. So thank you, Glenn.
You guys will recognize our guest today because he has been on before. It's Glenn Ruddin. If your company's message isn't crystal clear, customers won't know how to interact with your company or refer business to your company if they don't happen to be your customers. I help companies find their unique selling proposition and points of differentiation so that they stand out in the marketplace when compared to their competition. Your company doesn't get a second chance to make a positive impression. Confused customers don't ask. They simply move on to the next choice in the marketplace. So let's get your company's message right. I've spent my career in sales and marketing. I specialize in messaging and branding. I will create the perfect message for your company, develop your company's unique selling proposition, train your team on how to deliver a great pitch for your company. Messaging is the key to all of your company's marketing and sales communication. I've developed and sold products to the biggest and most well-known customers in the USA. Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, Disney, Universal Studios, the NBA, and the NBA. So that is quite some big names. We are very happy to have Glenn with us.
I'm muted. I'm sorry. See, all right. Let me hit my buttons, and I'll bring. Let's bring Glenn in because he will be able to bring the energy we need. Thank you guys so much for understanding, Glenn. I want to connect with you. I have some big things happening, and I really was looking forward to talking to you today. But I need to lay down. I feel like I'm gonna not be the best for you today.
Hi, my name is Brandon, and over the past year, the Delight Cafe team and I traveled across the U.S. researching this rapidly growing industry of CBD products. What we have found throughout the industry were products that were inconsistent in dosage and used ingredients that weren't even lab tested. Products with chalky textures, bitter aftertaste, and worst of all, confusion among the CBD consumers. That's why we created Delight Cafe. A 15 milligram, lab tested, all natural, water soluble hemp CBD powder pack. It's odorless, colorless, and tasteless. Add it to your favorite drink of choice, wherever, whenever, on the go. Quickly find your calm, your balance, your delight when you need it most.
Good morning, Glenn. How are you doing?
Ilse, it's so great to see you. You know, I was so thrilled when you invited me back on. I don't know, someone must have had
Orlando.
Someone had an issue, and look, you know, that's a great opportunity for me. I'm thrilled, honestly, and I didn't get the chance. I didn't think I'd get the chance to actually be, you know, talking to you and Brandon, who I hope is not that under the weather again so soon. But it's great to be here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How have you? What has happened in your life since the last time you've been on the show?
Yeah,
what have you done?
Well, interesting. Yeah, last time I was here, I think I actually remember talking about being in the midst of redeveloping and redesigning my company's website, alwaysbeencreative.com. And just in the last, I'm going to say 8 to 10 days, we've now gone live with the new site. Definitely had to sweat out some stuff with email connectivity. I don't know, Ilse, if you've ever moved from one web provider to another, but when you do that, you go into this email black hole for some period of time, and the stuff that you're expected to get done is really way out there technical. And if you don't know what you're doing, and I kind of know what I'm doing, but this is really way beyond the normal stuff. But now I'm happy to say it is up, it's running, really proud of it. My team that works on these did an outstanding job. And so that's really exciting and new. And then as well, had some great things going on with the whole Clubhouse app also. Where one of the groups that I'm with has now formed this permanent room that we're in there every day called Fight for Your Business. So lots of good stuff going on. How about you?
Wow.
What's new since the last time I saw you?
Oh, I'm moving to Ohio next year.
Wow.
Yes. Brandon and them actually offered me a job. So I'm flying in hopefully the first week of February.
Wow.
So big things happening on my side as well. And Thanksgiving, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving?
It went for a myriad of reasons. It's just going to be a nice quiet down day. I might actually do some cooking today, pull out some of the old family recipes that have been passed down and make a couple of real fattening comfort dishes that completely disregard cholesterol counts and low sugar and any of those things. Just really good, fun holiday stuff that hopefully I'm going to get the chance, feel up to it and do that tomorrow morning.
Are you happy to see your whole family?
Yeah, well, listen, that's always a challenge too. But you know, for me, it's all about for me just being a lifelong resident here in the United States. it's hopefully just a time for everybody to just dial it back, take a breath, and I don't know, just find some peace for yourself.
Yes, definitely. What are you thankful for?
Well, listen, every day I get up and right after I meditate, I do some journaling, and the particular one that I use has 3 spaces in it, which are 3 things that you pick to be grateful for. And so while some people ignore that all the time and just take everything for granted, else I don't. So simple things like, I'm happy I'm opening my eyes and I can see you. I'm happy to have a roof over my head and a fridge where I can go and get food anytime I want, take a clean shower. I mean, these things that just seem like, oh, big deal, but every time I do that, I feel really good. And I read a really interesting article yesterday that a woman did in the Washington Post. And she was saying that she had gotten to a point in her life where I don't know if she was getting whiny or complaining. And her partner, her husband, even pointed out, listen, you just don't seem yourself. And somehow she got introduced to this idea of journaling all through the day, anything that brings joy or comfort or happiness. So, you could be walking outside and see a squirrel, running across a branch or the lawn. Hey, it's fun. You could see a particular cloud formation in the sky. You could just sit back in your chair and feel really comfortable for a moment. Whatever these things are to you, but each one of those, when you take the time to pull it out, and recognize it, it releases some of these really good endorphins inside of you, right? And it's got a really uplifting effect. So I'm thankful all the time. And that article has made me even more thankful for, listen, just things like getting this opportunity with Java Delight, what out of the blue and so unexpected, and what a gift.
I'm so glad that you see it as a gift. We also like when our guests just come back and give us the help and the little nuggets of information. So starting off with that, you say on your bio that it's very important with the messaging to customers in creating how do I say this now in my English? I'm going to read you the part that I can just say
Sure.
it right. It says there, I help companies find their unique selling propositions and points of differentiation so that they stand out in the marketplace. How can companies let themselves stand out in the marketplace to do social media advertising and that kind of thing?
Well, look, you can make noise in the marketplace, but if it's not positive noise for you, and it's not generating traffic to your bricks and mortar store or to your website or to your Instagram, account, so that, you can somehow do something with the followers, Ilse, then just making noise is not really enough. And what I find is most companies now, over the last 6 weeks, I think I've had probably about 25 one-on-one conversations with either clients or prospective clients. And during those discovery calls, we always take a look at their message, their elevator pitch, almost like a 40-point checkup, which is, one of the things that I actually do. And I'm always amazed because when I look at the websites, I'm astonished that they're able to do any business at all, because they've made it so difficult to understand what they're even trying to do. Now, what you were speaking about is differentiation. So differentiation is really looking at who are the top competitors in the marketplace and what do they do to try and stand out versus their competitors. And the best example for me always, hi, Brian, nice to meet you.
How are you doing, Glenn?
I'm doing great. Best example.
Brian's my hero today.
He is.
Brian's my hero today. He's helping me out.
Okay, love that. The best example of differentiation, at least in this country, and I think probably where you are. You're in which country again, Ilse?
I'm in South Africa.
South Africa, of course. So here in the U.S., the mass market burger wars have traditionally and still are McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King. Between the three of these behemoths, you're probably talking about almost 60,000 restaurants around the world, maybe even more. I've kind of lost track. And the way that Burger King has always chosen to differentiate itself, forgetting marketing campaigns and different promotions and products that they've pushed. But the number one way they've always differentiated themselves is flame broiled. McDonald's and Wendy's make their burgers on a big old fashioned flat top grill where the burger sits there and it kind of cooks in its own grease, and nothing wrong with that. That's what burgers are. But Burger King decided, hey, we want to be different and we're going to use flame broiled. We're going to make your burger on the kind of grill you would have in your backyard, a charcoal grill. It's going to taste different than Wendy's and McDonald's. That is a key point of differentiation. And over the last 50 years, Burger King has come and gone with all different marketing campaigns. But one thing that you will always see, either hovering in the background or up front, is flame broiled taste. That's their point of differentiation. So I ask clients to look at who are the competitors in your landscape and what can you do now that differentiates you, that's different in the service you provide, in the products that you have, in the way you deliver them, in the speed that you do it. How can you be different so that when people come upon you and they say, oh, I'm in the market for that already, but that's a different thing in this market, maybe it's worth looking into.
How much do you attribute a company's success to their advertising campaign? Because I remember when Wendy's came out with the little old lady that, where's the beef? That just really blew them up.
Yeah. Well, listen, those Brian, it's a great question. Those kinds of campaigns, when they're really super successful, they have a tendency to bring in some of the non-traditional people who haven't actually thought about the product. And so it does give companies like Wendy's, when they've got a successful ad like that, a little bit of a bump in sales. And the hope is that when some of those new people come in and try it, they like it, and they'll stay with it. And so when someone really endeavors to find some new consumers, let's say it's a small company that's going to blow the budget on the Super Bowl every year, right? We always hear these $1 million for 30-second commercials, right? They are looking to find people who don't know them, create some trial, and hope that when they do that trial, they can create some stickiness and actually build their base of customers. So the advertising is really important for reaching new people. But I think, here's a great example of that, right? Brian, where are you based?
Texas.
Everywhere.
In Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like are you in a truck?
Yes.
I am.
How amazing is that? Wow. Really cool. So you're in Texas. Is that where you're based?
I live in Texas at the moment. I'm actually in Oregon.
In Oregon. Wow. Super cool. So, the phone companies always have their crazy, promotions, Verizon and AT&T. And I guess, Sprint now is Sprint and T-Mobile, I guess it is, really are the top three. And you'll notice that anytime they do one of these big time promotions, we're going to get you a new phone. We got this great new unlimited plan, but it's not for existing users, right? They don't care about us. They already have us. And so those campaigns are designed to create some trial for some new folks who aren't in the family already. And hopefully the cell service is okay and the experience is good and they do get the phone that they promised and all that. And maybe they create some new traffic there. So the advertising is good, but let's face it, if I said to you, what is your favorite brand of beer? I don't know. Let's look at that one. I don't even know if you drink beer. I don't drink a whole lot. If I go out to a restaurant, I'll get a Corona. But if I asked you, what's your favorite brand of beer? What would your answer be?
Probably Corona.
Probably Corona. Right. So if Budweiser or Modelo or one of these other brands or Heineken did some great promotion, you might say, hey, that sounds good. I'll go in and try one. Next time I'm at the bar, that was a cool ad. I'll try one. Maybe I'll try to be cool tonight, based on the ad and that experience. But if you don't really like the taste, you're just going to go back to the Corona that you had before, right? So the advertising is important. It keeps everybody knowing that you're still in the game. But in terms of bringing new people, it's going to create some trial, and hopefully you've got systems behind that trial that will keep them there. So it is important. It is important, but it's not the number one thing that you need to do if you've got a good business already.
I want to ask, we are busy with expanding the Light's name and getting it out there and trying to do marketing and that kind of thing. If you have to give us advice after watching Brandon's ad and all that.
He is forgettable, yes. Isn't he, after all?
No, he's not. He's not. It's me. It's my brain. If you have to give us advice on how to approach coffee houses and that kind of thing, what kind of advice can you give a company like us?
Well, see, for me, the big challenge in CBD is the trust factor. To me, that's number one. Where we all hear about CBD and we all hear, we're listening, we're hearing these amazing claims about what it does. And I know, Ilse, I don't think you're somebody who would deceive me. Feel like we've had some interactions with each other now, and you wouldn't tell me something was great if it wasn't. Or Brian, I'm getting to meet you. If you told me that you're a big fan now, and Ilse and Brandon got you to love Java Delight, and it was working for you. Okay, so now I'm kind of getting on board. I'm moving over to your side of it. But for the rest of us who don't have a Brandon or an Ilse or Brian that are really close to us, the people who are literally preaching about the great benefits of this product are somewhat distant from us, right? We don't really know them. So we need to figure out ways to create trust, because it's after that trust, when people trust you, when they get to know you, that they get to like you, then they're willing to think about transacting business and actually exchanging dollars with you. Now, I know it's not an inexpensive thing to do, but I don't know how expensive a thing it is to do for your particular product. But in my judgment, I think trial is going to be the number one thing. I think people need to have this product, and I think they need to have it for whatever period of time you would say will create the positive experience that you're telling me about, that Brian's telling me about, that Brandon's telling me about. Because when I start to feel that, now I start to say, you know what? I thought I could trust Ilse. I thought I could trust Brandon, and I thought I could trust Brian. Now I've tried the product. They said it would do A, B, C. I'm having the A, B, C effect. So now I'm on board. Now I'm willing to be a customer. And now, even more important than that, I'm willing to stake my reputation on telling Lisa, in my home, or my best friend down the street, or my kids, or my family members, hey, I was really skeptical about this. I'm not a paid endorser. I am now a loyal user. I tried this product for, I don't know what the right time frame is, and I got the same effect that Ilse and Brian and Brandon said that I would. And so I want to buy you a supply of this so that over the course of a week or 10 days, whatever it is, you feel this effect and you're happy with it, because I think you will be. And for me, that's how you build a brand like Java Delight, which is based on something where, you can't really make these claims because it's not an FDA approved product. But yet we know that there are great properties and great results that come from using this. Does that resonate with you, Ilse and Brian?
Absolutely.
So I don't know how expensive it is to give somebody, a week's supply, enough to put in your coffee drink every day. If that's enough to do it, if that's enough to get the halo effect of this and feel some of the feel good. But if it is, then what you have to do is look at it and say, okay, it's going to cost me $5 to get Glenn really on board, where he's not just trying it once and saying, I don't know. He's doing it the way we need him to do it. He's feeling the effect. So if that $5 for me now becomes $300 because I'm going to start using that every day, that's the best $5 that Java Delight ever spent, because every 5 that comes dressed back as 300 is an incredible, incredible opportunity, right?
So we've got sorry, Brian. We have got an email because we need to make contact with our customers as an email. How will better or how will you construct the email, or what is the first points that you put in there to pull someone's attention for them to go further and look at the product and take in the knowledge to buy the product?
Well,
especially if you've got an email and you're only making contact with that's your first point of contact.
Yeah, well, listen, I think in this particular case, I think email is tough, because number one, of all the other noise in the market and all the emails that we get besieged with, I see, Brian shaking his head. Yeah, listen, even by accident now, I don't even know, it used to be, you opted into an email list and then you got it, and you started seeing it every month and you're like, why did I ever sign up for that? Seems like now I'm getting more emails than ever that I never signed up for. And I know a lot of those are phishing things where they've gotten a piece of information about me off the internet, or there are companies that are just buying lists that somehow I'm on through American Express or one of my other banking cards or things like that. So there's a lot of noise. And what you have to understand, Ilse, is that the last thing in the world we want to be is sold in an email, right? It's cold. We don't know who you are. And, we're already annoyed at all the emails we're getting. And now I'm getting one that's trying to sell me something that I'm probably a little bit skeptical about in the first place. So that's a real challenge to me. And so I think if you were going to start doing emails, I don't know, I'm going to ask in a second where the list, is derived from, because that's really important. But I would say the number one thing that I would be doing if I were you and Brandon and Brian, I don't know how involved you are with Java also, is purely educational and somewhat testimonial. That's it. I wouldn't be selling. I would be finding the top 5 or 10 things that you think Java Delight will help people with. And I would just let people know that. And then I would attach real names and people who can actually be reached out to as testimonials, who would say something good about the product in writing. And then, of course, you've got Instagram too, where you can do that, and Facebook and things like that. But I really think you need to see real people, and you just need to hear testimonial and not selling. I think that the sales of the product are way down the road past all of this education, where you're going to teach us about how this product works, what it does, why it's effective, how long it's been around, and why you can trust it.
So what is the best way to get that education out there?
Well, my first question is, how many current customers does Java Delight have on an email list, on an Instagram list, or in a Facebook group? How many are there? Are there 100? Are there 500? Or 1,000? Are there thousands? Right? I would use those people as my loyal, I don't like to use war terms, but my loyal foot soldiers, because listen, like I said, Ilse seems like a really nice woman. This is now the second time I'm meeting her, and we've had one or two exchanges, I think, on LinkedIn or whatnot. Brian, you seem like a really rock solid guy. Don't really know you well. And Brandon seems like a great guy too. But if I'm, well, let's use you, Brian, for a second. Have you been using this product for a long time?
I have.
Okay. How long?
About 6 months now.
And what would you say about this product? What's it doing for you, and how is it changing your life?
The biggest difference I notice for me is, I am a veteran. I've been diagnosed with PTSD, and, a big part of PTSD is, you have anger issues, temper problems, and obviously with the job that I do, I deal with a lot of people every day that are not driving the way they should. So, right. One of the first things I noticed probably a week into taking this is my road rage pretty much went away.
Wow.
And, that was a huge thing for me. And then there was about a month where I did not get home to get the product that was in the mail. And so I didn't have it. And I noticed that road rage was coming back.
Wow.
So
wow.
It really does. We've also got a show, Victor Tango, on this channel. It's a veteran show. One of my Marine Corps brothers is the host of that. He started doing it, and he's got pretty much the same testimony. If he's in a crowded place, starts feeling that anxiety, then he'll take some of the Cafe Delight, and it's very calming for him.
Okay.
The thing I like about it is it's not like a drug where you take it and then you feel an effect afterwards. I mean, you really, there is nothing like that effects to it. Right.
No high, no side effects, just the calming properties of the CBD.
Okay. So now imagine, right? First of all, thank you so much for your service, Brian. This country owes guys like you so much, and we don't give you nearly enough. So, what I can say right here is thank you for doing what you did when you did it. And we are lucky to have guys and women like you all over this country. So thank you for that, especially going here into Thanksgiving. I really appreciate you and what you did and how you sacrificed for this country. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So if we were able to roll the tape back, which we will be able to do, can you imagine what a powerful testimony Brian just had? Now, this is not a paid actor, but this is a really smart guy who's got tremendous common sense, and he's as real. And I mean that in the most positive way I possibly can, Brian, like a real American hero. And as plain and simple as you could say it, just think about how you just provided an incredible testimonial for this product. So any veteran that is listening or that we can get in contact with through all different kinds of groups where potentially Java Delight could be a sponsor, all of a sudden there could be a tremendous marketing angle. Not that we're trying to take advantage of ex-military people whatsoever. Quite the contrary. We found something that we think can really help you. And we've got multiple veterans who are willing to go on the record and say, hey, this isn't some BS. This is something that really works for me. And I've really seen it in my life situation where it's actually making a difference for me. And if it's making a difference for me and what I do, I think it can make a difference for you. Now, that's really, really powerful stuff. So if you just looked at this particular effect, a feature and a benefit of Java Delight, and just the market of military people, that's a massive market, right? What if we started to navigate the whole on-base military store set of businesses, right? Because the Marines have that, the Army has that, they all do, that whole on-base store system. And what if I don't know if CBD is allowed to be sold there or not. I'm not sure, but just think about what an unbelievable angle that is right off the bat, a really unique niche of customers and a really incredible benefit to using this product. That right there is marketing gold right off the bat, So if we can find 2 or 3 other verticals like veterans, I don't know, would this help teachers who are having all kinds of issues, in school with kids and COVID stress? I don't know. Could we find nurses who are really super stressed? If this isn't something that has a drowsy side effect or doesn't bother them. So what you start seeing now are really unique verticals where somebody can talk about how this is helping them, not just in a very general term, it just does make me feel better. What Brian has identified here is an incredible after the fact, this is what happens after I've used it. I feel better. It's reduced my road rage and some of the anger that I was feeling when I'm out in this really difficult job that I do. Can you imagine if it works for me under the stressful conditions I'm under, how it's going to work for you? Because your stress level can't be nearly as high as mine. I'm on these interstates all day long with these jabronis that don't know how to drive, right? How's it going?
Perfectly said.
Yep.
So to me, that's what it's all about. I don't know, other than to existing customers, to create an awareness campaign where in an effort to share the joy and the benefits of Java Delight, you have an email campaign where right now, if you sign up for this campaign with your next order, we're going to send you 3, kits and 3 trial kits. And the only thing we need from you for those trial kits is an email name to match who you're intending to give that trial kit to. So now with my next order, I get, let's say, 21 samples. I don't know if that's the right number. Ilse, you'd have to discuss that with me or Brandon.
We can go with that for now.
And now you're glad to say, oh, great. I'm going to recommend that to Mark. Here's his email address. And Josh, here's his email address. And Lisa, here's her email address. And I'm on the honor system that I'm not going to use those myself. But if I really am truly a genuine user like Brian is, who really loves the product, or like you, Ilse, then I really do want my friends to try this because I want them to experience the same thing. And isn't that how we all are as people, right? We have something going on that's good for us. Isn't the first thing we want to do the next time we get on a phone call? Hey, you got to try this. Hey, I tried this restaurant. Hey, this repair station did a great job on my car. Oh, I unfortunately had to go to the doctor. If you ever had this issue, use this person. This lawyer was great, handled my lawsuit unbelievably well. That's who you want to go to. So if we create this opportunity for people to be able to tell a friend about it and say, I've got a free set of samples for you to try it. I just need to give them your email address so they can follow up with you and see if you have any questions about it. There's no high pressure selling or anything. Look, that's a campaign that can easily be trialed, and then you can start to tweak it to see how it works best. Maybe start out with one, find a friend, and then you can get into, deeper campaigns, find a second, find a third. And maybe if that person does start buying it you then offer me some kind of incentive for doing that for you. I don't know. Maybe I get 20% off my next order for them doing that. I mean, there's a lot of tentacles to all this, Ilse, but that's basically a master class in a direct mail marketing campaign that could really grow Java Delight exponentially.
And that is what we want ultimately, is to grow the channel and grow the product and everything, because we all believe in that. And I actually had a conversation with Brandon just before the show, and I asked him, because I know someone that got fired because they tested, get drug tested before they go on sites and everything, and they're not allowed to use CBD. And this product also doesn't show up in one of those tests, which is another good selling point.
Well, and
especially for truck drivers, because Brian, you guys aren't allowed to test positive for cannabis when you drive. Hey, you can lose your job.
Right. I get drug tested very frequently, and there is, there's very little THC in this product. I mean, it's the 0.03 or whatever the legal limit is. So, I've never had an issue since I've been taking it.
That's awesome. That's another good selling point.
So that's a great feature, right? That's a feature and a benefit. Feature is we've got a very low level of, is it THC? Is that what yeah. We've got a very low level of THC. Benefit, you don't have to worry about this messing up a potential drug test result for you. So that's a great feature and a benefit. I'm not looking at your packaging, but that is certainly something that you should be touting in, people who are looking for that, because there may be a whole lot of customers out there who can't or won't take it just for that reason. I mean, I would imagine that, Brian, you probably know a lot of truck drivers, or you could relate to other guys that are long haulers that would be afraid to try something like this just because they probably believe, wrongfully so, that any CBD type product is going to potentially screw up a drug test for them and curtail the way that they make a living. So what a great feature and benefit in this particular vertical, again, long haul drivers. So that's another one, right? Long haul drivers, and they don't all necessarily have to be ex-military people, but I think probably a side effect of all that long haul driving is you just get to see so many bad drivers. It just angers you all day long. And if this levels off that anger, there's another great vertical to be able to market to. And I'm sure that at places like Truck Stops of America and places like that, you will see CBD product, but I don't know how much CBD product you will see that says, hey, this one is not going to fail you on your next drug test. That's a great thing to have on your point of sale advertising and right on the packaging, designed specifically to talk to guys like Brian.
Yeah, a lot of the truck stops do carry, there's so many different forms of CBD, and
sure.
The ones that they sell in the truck stops, they're similar to ours as far as the fact they don't have THC in them. So,
okay. Look, I'm not saying that's the only route that you can go, but I think it's certainly again one of the mysteries about the product that we just hear THC, and we normally assume that we're in the next thing we're going to be part of a Cheech and Chong comedy routine from the late 60s and early 70s. Hey man, that kind of thing.
Hey man, I'm high. On your bio, I read you talk about an elevator pitch. Can you tell us what an elevator pitch is and what a good elevator pitch is?
Sure. Love that. Great question, and thanks for looking at that. So the elevator pitch, as it's classically called, and it's called the elevator pitch because the idea is, from a symbolism standpoint, if you happen to step on an elevator with somebody else and you wanted to briefly tell them something about yourself or your business or your product or your company, the ride is generally around 30 seconds or so. And so in those 30 seconds, what kind of story could you tell somebody so that they would be interested in hearing more of your story? So it's generally around 25 to 35 seconds. Sometimes it could be a little bit longer. If you're really good at it, it could be a little bit shorter, but it's a short story that you prepare ahead of time that will give people a quick taste, a quick rundown of what you or your company is about so that they will lean in, be interested, and want to hear more. That's all it was ever designed to be. And people have a tendency to complicate the daylights out of it, Ilse, by not being prepared. That's number one. And when you're not prepared, you have a tendency to ramble on, talk nonsensically, not get the right information out about your product. And instead of gaining a customer, you just tend to confuse someone or basically chase them away. And so the best example of the symbolism of what a pitch is supposed to be, if you go to the local shopping mall where you shop, maybe before COVID or since COVID, whatever, very often you'll walk past the food court area, and very often there's a company that is giving out samples. Might be samples of a drink, it might be samples of a cinnamon bun, it might be samples of a pretzel. But one thing is for sure, whatever they're sampling, they give you just a little taste of it so that your taste buds can taste it. It provides some quick satisfaction, a quick hit of dopamine for your brain. And it says to you, wow, that was really good. And now when I'm really hungry, I might come back and get the rest. But at least now I know what it tastes like. Well, an elevator pitch, if you'll think of it as the same way, we just want to give somebody enough of a taste so that they want to hear more later. So that they'll say, hey, Brian, that was really interesting. Hey, Ilse, I liked what you said about that. I didn't understand the whole thing, but can you and I get together after the meeting? Or can you and I set up a Zoom call? Or can you and I get on a phone call? Can Brian and I, can we talk next chance you get a break? And I want to hear a little bit more about that business, about that idea, about that product, about that Java delight, so that you can fill me in on the details and give me a little bit more of a success story and why it might be something that I want. But the elevator pitch is really succinct, short, and to the point. And you also need to know who the audience is that you're speaking to. And so I'll give this quick example, and then I'll throw it back to the two of you. So if I was a real estate agent and I was doing my elevator pitch, and I was going to be going to a convention with other real estate agents, I wouldn't necessarily go trying to convince them to buy a property in my local neighborhood. That wouldn't be the right pitch. Now, I might have a motivational speech about how to be a better real estate salesperson. I might have a book out that talks about my history in selling real estate, something like that. Now, if I'm that same real estate agent and I'm going to a convention with first-time home buyers, my pitch is going to be completely different than what it was to the other real estate agents. First-time home buyers don't want to know about my book. First-time home buyers don't want to know why I'm an inspirational seller. First-time home buyers want to know why, is this the right time to buy a house? What's the right market to buy a house in? Can I afford to buy a house? And so my elevator pitch would be prepared and would contain things like that would say to somebody, wow, this is a guy who really understands first-time home buyers. I think I want to have a conversation with him about buying my first home. So does that all make sense?
Absolutely.
Whoop, you're muted, Ilse.
Sorry, it makes a lot of sense. But how do you know that you're using the right pitch? Especially for a company like us, having that 30 seconds, do you just start right off the bat and say, listen, yeah, this is, or do you do promotions like standing in shops and promoting to customers.
Okay. So I think when you're talking in terms of elevator pitch specifically for Java Delight, then in my judgment, if I were coaching you, if I were your consultant, what I would be telling you to look for are facts that you could get out of the marketplace, or a question that you could pose in your elevator pitch that would get listeners' attention and would create an interaction so that you know that you're resonating. So here's an example. We found that 80% of the drivers who spend 40 hours a week or more driving, that Java Delight, let me back up. We found that 80% of the drivers that we're in contact with suffer from road rage. If you're one of those drivers, we have a product that helps level that road rage out. You should think about taking a sample trial of Java Delight, because we are almost positive that after a week, you are going to notice a difference in your level of road rage than you did before you were taking the product. So to me, you're identifying an issue. Do you suffer from road rage? Well, I don't know what percentage of the population does, but I'm sure if I did a quick Google search, how many people suffer from road rage, we'd get a number. So instead of a question, we can come on and we could say 60% of the drivers in the US market suffer from road rage. One of the key benefits of taking our product is that it virtually eliminates road rage within the first week of having a Java Delight drink every day. So if road rage is an issue that's plaguing you, we hope you'll try our product, because we're virtually assured you're going to see a difference in your level of rage versus what it was before. So I've identified a problem that, listen, maybe if I was in a networking meeting and you were there, Ilse, and I was there with Brian, maybe Brian wouldn't raise his hand and say, oh, that's me. I have road rage. I'm angry all the time in the car. But if you made that point after the meeting, there's a really good chance that if you gave him your business card or a way to get in touch with you, or he was able to approach you after the meeting, hey, say, Ilse, you know what? I didn't want to say something in front of everybody else because I'm a little embarrassed about my road rage. I know it's an issue, but it sounds like your product might really help me. Can you tell me more about it? That's what we're looking for as a result of that elevator pitch. So we find different things. Road rage is one we've been speaking about, because we've got Brian who's been generous enough to share that this is his experience. But what are the other 2 or 3 things that we could identify that Java Delight would work on? Right? What are those things?
PTSD, anxiety, ADHD. So
Okay.
There's a lot. There's a lot
Right.
that it helps with.
And the thing is, we don't need a lot, because if we said, again, if I did a really quick Google search, I don't want to do it here because I don't want to mess up. We've got a good signal and everything. But if I did a Google search and I said, how many people suffer from anxiety in the United States? You're going to get
a lot.
You're going to get articles that actually break that down and tell us. And so let's say they come back and they say it's been identified that 80% of Americans, suffer, with anxiety. So my elevator pitch then becomes 80% of the population in the United States suffers from some form of anxiety. But there's good news. We have a non-prescription, non-habit forming, over-the-counter, easy to handle solution called Java Delight. You simply sprinkle some of our powder in your drink every morning, and you will find that your level of anxiety is dropping by a meaningful amount, and we will stand by it. If you buy our product and within a week's time, you don't see a change in your anxiety level, get in touch with us. We'll take the product back, no questions asked. That's really powerful stuff. That's really powerful stuff. That's how people believe that you're telling them the truth, because you're willing to stand by it and take back the money, give them back a refund if it doesn't work for them. You've got nothing to lose other than your anxiety. I've done your whole campaign for you. We're not even at an hour yet. There you go.
We appreciate that so much. He says 50% aggressive driving, fatal motor vehicle crashes by AAA Foundation for Traffic and Safety. That is
okay.
Some
so right.
Nice
so that's
things.
it. Yeah. So that's interesting, Jay Bird. I guess what we're really looking for is how many road rage incidents happen, in the U.S. every day, or what percentage of drivers say that they've been involved in a road rage incident today, if we wanted to use that one, right?
So this is completely off topic. What are you going to do to stay stabilized after you've seen your whole family on the holidays? What do you do to just focus your mind back to your work and not that all that jazz that comes with it?
Well, listen, I'm lucky because I'm a really healthy guy. I work out really hard pretty much every day. I meditate every day. I think my current streak is up to 457 straight days of meditation, which makes a huge difference in the way I start every single day. Yeah, I recommend that highly for everybody. And then I could reach around here and pull out one of my guitars. I'm not a great guitar player, but I try to play the guitar every night. And I can't tell you, it's almost like a different form of meditation that, again, just completely levels off anything that I'm feeling, because it requires, just like the meditation, a level of concentration that takes your mind off of road rage, bad relatives, inedible food, traffic jams, going back and forth to places, waiting on ridiculous lines to buy your stuff, Black Friday, pressure, all the stuff that, Brian's shaking his head. He knows what I'm talking about. I think you do also, Ilse. So it's finding those things that are outside of business that will actually work for you. And for me, I'm lucky. I've been a lifelong exercise person. I only got introduced to the meditation probably about a year or two ago. With the 457, probably about 3 years ago. And I've been endeavoring to be this guitar player now, for probably about, 5 or 6 years. All three of those are tremendous outlets for me. I think people need outlets. When you don't have outlets, that's when the steam really builds up.
That's true. You have a question, Brian?
I'm curious what kind of music you play.
Well, so I'm 62, and
you don't look 62, by the way. I'm just putting it out there.
I appreciate that.
Must be the meditation.
I appreciate that, Ilse, very much. I am your classic rock nut. First and foremost, every Beatle thing you could possibly think of. But Stones and Creedence and the Eagles, and how about you, Brian? What's going to be on the stereo there on your next ride here? What are we going to be hearing?
I like all kinds of stuff. I think I've got a little Blacktop Mojo in there right now.
Blacktop Mojo, what is that?
Oh, if you've never heard them, you got to check them out. They're a band out of Texas. They're hard rock. They're kind of old school. Go back to late 80s type of hard rock.
Okay.
But the vocalist is he's got an insane vocal range. The band is incredibly talented, and yeah, you'd like him. I highly recommend. No, you're thinking of Shaman's Harvest.
Oh, it's okay. So sorry, it's that one.
Yeah, Blacktop Mojo. They've got a lot of videos out on YouTube. Probably my favorite song from them is a song called Prodigal.
Prodigal.
And yeah, it's
So
a
now,
good.
right. So now think about this in turn. I want to come back to you also. I want to hear who your musical where your musical taste is. But think about this. So Blacktop Mojo doesn't know Brian, and I'm going to assume Brian doesn't know them. He's just somebody who's a fan of the music, right? But he's sampled it for a long time. It moves him in good ways, and he's willing, without being paid, to on camera for you and I and for everybody that's watching, provide an endorsement. So now, based on the fact that I know him and I trust him and I like him, he seems like a great guy. As soon as I get back to, where I can go on the internet, do a quick search, I'm going to look for them, and they are going to be the benefactor of a testimonial from somebody who likes their music, doesn't get paid to talk about it. And so that's what we're looking for on Java Delight. Just as I just wanted to bring that back. It's just a great example of that, right? And look, the Beatles have never paid me a nickel. I've certainly given them plenty of money for every CD, every different version of, Sgt. Pepper's, going backwards and forwards and in the shower and behind the scenes and all the rest of it. And yet here I am still to this day promoting the daylights out of McCartney and Lennon and Harrison and Ringo Starr. Love those guys. Love them. Really do.
My music is a little bit heavier. Because I do the Stone. We've got the podcast Stone Daisies where we interview national or South African metal bands. So it's like death metal and that. So I listen to a lot of that. But some of my favorite band is In This Moment, Motionless in White, Hell Yeah. So that's my kind of music. It's a bit hectic. Yeah, that's what I listen to. I just want to say thank you so much for helping us out and coming on the show today, and all the help you've given us. I think all the salespeople that watched on how to sell our product, because that is mainly what our focus is, to sell the product to our viewers and everybody, because it works. So your information that you've given us has helped us a lot, and I really, really appreciate it. And you know how we end off the show. So I will give my snippet of advice or whatever, and then Brian can go, and then you can go next, and then we can end off the pre-Thanksgiving show, because tonight it's the Watch the Tango, Victor Tango and 8 show tonight. So there's a lot of things happening on the channel. You guys must check out. And then saying thank you so much for our viewers. And then Glenn and Brian, thank you so much for helping me out today. You're my hero.
No problem.
Awesome, you guys. Let's have an amazing day. I will go first, and then Brian, and then you, Glenn. Awesome. Let me just move. Hi guys, it's Hump Day. Unfortunately, I forgot to read you the letter for the CBD, but I'll read you 2 letters next week. We would just want to say, Brandon, we hope you're feeling better. Look after yourself. And then I'm just going to read 2 cards that I got today. It says, love and respect your loved one's opinions, but remain grounded in your own truth. You are both wise and beautiful souls. Everyone has a piece of the truth. Every experience, regardless of whether you perceive it as good or bad, comes with a gift attached. Yet sometimes the gift is only revealed with the passing of time. Trust, all as it should be. When you guys are traveling to your family for Thanksgiving and going through rough times, just remember we're here. Reach out. The community is here for you. We see you on Discord, and have an amazing Wednesday. Bye.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet and just tell everyone to have an amazing Thanksgiving holiday with their families. Appreciate your families if you have family. And if you are traveling, just stay safe. Don't ever let your guard down, because you never know what the guy next to you is going to do. So just stay safe. And if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. I believe there's going to be some games on there tomorrow night, and Saturday we will have a movie day. So everyone have a great Thanksgiving weekend and stay safe.
Wow. Really good stuff. So, Ilse, thank you. And Brian, it has absolutely been a privilege to be on this show, Java Delight, with you two here again. I'm really sorry that Brandon is under the weather. I certainly hope he has a speedy recovery. I'll leave you with this. I did a post this week on LinkedIn. I had a beautiful photo that I was able to take over the summer, and it was a bunch of dark clouds. And just as I was looking up, a little ray of sunshine started to pop through one of those clouds, the silver lining. We all have dark clouds in our lives all the time if we want to. But we also all have silver linings out there as well. So it's a question of looking for them, of recognizing them and finding them and moving toward them and away from the dark clouds that you can leave behind you. So on this eve of Thanksgiving, I hope all of you are reaching out there for the silver linings that you have available to you. And I hope that you have a safe and happy holiday. Travel safe, be safe. And again, it's been a pleasure. Happy Thanksgiving. And for around the world, happy Wednesday. Hope you make the most of it. Thank you.
Thank you again, guys. You must have a wonderful Wednesday. Glenn, thank you so much again. Brian, see you on the flip side.
Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
Do this. This is my first ending, so I'm hoping I'm doing it right. Let's see if we do the right video. Yeah, trial and error, boys. Trial and error.
Yeah, beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Brian, great pleasure. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. Ilse,
nice meeting you, Glenn.
Bye,
terrific.
Glenn.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
again and you can have
Bye,
me
guys.
back anytime. Thank you.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay.
You're welcome anytime.
All righty.
Thanks, guys. Bye. In